What's up, everyone? Zenra, Team 4825A, NEO-DREADRA, whatever. Back for another video, finally. I know it's been a while, y'all, since I've done, like, an actual, video of me just talking and explaining stuff. I've just been posting troll videos with the robot. Well, not really troll videos, but whatever, you get what I'm saying. But I wanted to make an updated strategies video, especially, since it's after the Mall of America signature event. Yeah, so whatever, let's just get right into it. As I'm sure everyone knows at this point, positive corners are completely overpowered. Wall stakes are good too, but mainly to cut the deficit of points. Especially if your opponent has, 3 mobile goals as opposed to you only having 2, especially if they fill up those 3 mobile goals. But yeah, so basically sorry, I'm so in my throat. No, yeah, I mean, high priority, just protecting your positive corners. A big thing I see China teams do, and honestly everyone needs to start doing this, it's just very efficient. I've heard a bunch of other teams talk about this, like, I forget, I think it's Luke on his videos explaining the same thing, but, even the mobile goal, even when you first get the mobile goal at the beginning of the match, even, if it's not full, you still want to go over here and guard your positive corner. Like, even if you only have like 3 or 4 rings on there, or even like 1 or 2, and then you're gonna have the enemy robot over here. Oh, he's in the corner, let me try to defend him. Then you just sit there, wait it out, and then they're gonna have to go score. Obviously, they're gonna have to go score their rings, and then once they leave you alone, then that's when you go out and you start getting your rings. You go around and whatever. And then but you do want to, obviously hang around your positive corner, or, whichever one you're possessing. Now, obviously, if you and your ally can both do this thing I was just talking about early game, where you claim both positive corners, I mean, you practically won the game. Especially if you won the autonomous period. But, yeah, positive corners are extremely meta. Now, if for some reason the alliance you're going against has 3 mobile goals, and they're like all over here, and you only have your 2 up here, then, or whatever, whatever side, then that's why it's important to have something to allow you to score on wall stakes, especially something that could score 2 rings at a time, because that can make the difference. It's a lot of people underestimate the wall stakes. They're not utilizing them much. I've seen so many matches where you have one robot sitting here, and even I've seen ones that can even score on wall stakes, like they have a mechanism for it, and they just sit here and camp while their their ally partners going around and just filling up the other mobile goals. But it's like, you can go, I mean, you have this stake here and you have this stake here. Yeah, sure, I mean, it's risky going out, but, like, it's not like the blue robots are going to be sitting here the entire time. They're going to be over here, and people, they really need to look for those windows where they have the opportunity to score on the wall stakes. Like, people, they just forget that. Like, it's like, oh, I have to stay in my corner, I have to protect this. Yeah, that's good. You definitely want to do that when it's appropriate to do it. Like, especially, when you have a blue robot nearby. But, you gotta prioritize, like I said, it's especially important to look for those windows when, if your the opposing alliance has 3 mobile goals. Because it generally, statistically, most alliances that have 3 mobile goals, so they usually end up winning the match. Except, like, if you won the autonomous period and then they had 3 mobile goals. Another thing, too, I've noticed is, why don't people flip over mobile goals more often. Like, it's such a powerful strat. It wastes the opponent's time, especially if they want to utilize that goal, because they have to unflip it. I mean, like, it's a simple, like, if you have, like, you know, this one right here, for example, that's not being used, if you flip this and just shove it in a corner, or just, you know, even just flipping it and leaving it there, it's going to make it so much more annoying on your opponent to actually, you know, utilize it, because they have to unflip it, they have to do some, you know, janky mess with the robot to try to get it back up, you know, unless they have, like, an arm, like BarkBots does, where they could just, like, unflip it or whatever. What else was I going to go over? Oh, yeah. A big thing, this is just a basic thing for VEX in general that I've noticed. Mainly with newer teams. I'm just going to give some tips for newer teams, especially, you know, if this is your first season, second season, whatever. You want to have as much trust in your alliance partner as possible. And I know it's really hard to do that, especially with somebody who's, like, you know, incompetent. But that's why it's so important to plan what you're going to do before the match. Example, like, this is what we're going to do. Like, this is what my team's doing this season. Like, we're going to print out, you know, like, an entire thing of the field right here, you know, the top-down view of the field. And we're going to laminate it, and then I'm going to have a dry erase marker. And whoever we're allianced with, you know, our alliance partners, before the match starts, I'm going to go up to them, you know, greet them, whatever. And then we're going to make a game plan. We're going to plan the match. We're going to scout out who the opposing alliance robots are and try to, you know, take into account what they can do, how they've been performing, what mechanisms do they have on their robot, how fast are they, etc. And you need to make a plan. Going into a match blind is extremely just unideal. You do not want to do that. And that's why I see a lot of teams struggle with is they're either too shy to talk to their alliance partner, or, you know, they don't want to, they're distracting themselves with something else, or whatever the reason may be. But always have a plan before you go into a match. I'm literally, hold on. Sorry. But literally, that's the biggest thing that helped us last season, is have a plan for the match, and, like, tell them, like, for example, like, and communicate too. That's another big thing. Communication is key. Like, imagine my alliance partner is guarding our positive corner with a full mobile goal. Well, let's say it's, like, halfway. Say it only has, like, 3 rings on it. And I have a full mobile goal. Me just, like, quickly, you know, talking to the my alliance partner, you know, their driver, talking to them like, hey, let's switch this off real quick, move, you know, or like, hey, let's do this, let me score this wall stake and you guard the corner, you know, stuff like that, you know, just stuff like that. It's so simple, and it's very efficient. And honestly, for a lot of you newer teams, it would really help out. Even if your robot is not that good. Even if you just have your standard run-of-the-mill robot that can, you know, like, only fill up a mobile goal and can't do wall sticks or whatever your robot may be. Just that. Because, like a bunch of other teams have said, this is a very skill-based game. A lot of how you're gonna play this game, a lot of it is gonna be how you react to what your opponent is doing, and how you're going to adjust your playstyle to what they're doing. Now, let's be real, it's obvious, you know, you can go, you know, figure out what they're going to do before the match, you know, because most teams do the same thing. Most teams camp in a corner or whatever. But, you know, it's still important to take it into account, because, like, who knows, they might switch it up on you. You know, they might try to sit there and fill up a wall stick. You don't know. That's why it's so important to plan before matches, and that's why it's so important to always have you know, communication. Always have communication with your drive team and your alliance's drive team. Like, for example, I'm the driver of my team, and I have my teammates, I tell them, I'm like, hey, let me know when the clock gets to 30 seconds. Or let me know if the opponent's doing this. Let me know if they're doing that, you know. Just simple stuff like that to improve your gameplay, improve your driving capabilities, and, you know, how you work as a team. Because this is VEX. It's, you know, you have to have a teammate and you have to work with them. So just do your best with how, you know, you plan on playing the match. Realistically, that's what a lot of these VEX games boil down to. It's how well you can react to what your opponent's doing and how well you can operate with your teammate. You know, even if your bots aren't that good, even if they're not that good bots. I mean, you saw the upset on All of America, stuff like that. You know. But anything else I need to go over? I hope they buff wall stakes, realistically. We have a really good wall stake mechanism right now. Just to reiterate what I was saying before, though, yeah, positive, you know, obviously positive corners, you know, very meta right now. Try to do what I was saying before, like I said, where you grab the mobile goal and bring it in the corner as early as physically possible in the match, like literally right after the out-time period. And then, you know, obviously other robots are going to try to defend you, blah, blah, blah. Wait till they go away. Once they go away, that's when you start filling up the goal. And then just be... How do I say this? Don't be greedy. Like, don't drive all the way over here to these to get rings. And then, you know, leave your corner completely open. But you still want to actively be doing nothing. Because just sitting here in the corner not doing anything... Sure, yeah, you're going to get those points, but you want to try to do both at once. While, you know, still playing defensively and still staying around this general range. So, that's why I'd say it's a good rule of thumb. Is like, imagine, you know, like a bowl shape like this, and just stay around this range, and try to get rings in here. I mean, who knows, even have your, and then, you know, have your alliance partner collecting other rings on the mobile goals. And then switch them off, bring them back to you, you know, or, you know, just switch off the camping. Another thing is, too, is when you're strategizing with your alliance partner, if they have a faster robot than you, or if they have a more consistent intake than you, your intake, utilize that. See, you know, take the strengths and weaknesses of both bots and use them to your advantage. Like, oh, my robot is slower, but I'm good at scoring on wall sticks. Okay, perfect. Then I would camp, and my alliance partner, who's, you know, imagine they have a faster bot and faster intake, whatever, then they can go do mobile goals, and then we can pass off if we need to, and then, like, they can come back, pass off goal, you know, the full mobile goal to the corner, and then, you know, you do wall sticks, stuff like that, so. Real quick thoughts on the hang, tier 1 hang. Personally, I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, like I said, if I have a wall stake mechanism that could score 2 rings at a time, I could score 2 rings on any, you know, of our stakes or whatever, and it will literally be worth more than a tier 1 hang. Because, you know, 2 rings on there, that's 4 points. You know, the top ring and the ring under it. So, you know, another thing is, too, is those last 10 seconds, honestly, I think you'd be better off trying to slap one of these mogos in the negative corner. And then I would say if there's nothing else on the field that you can possibly do, like, you know, if you don't have you can't score wall stakes or whatever, then go for hang. That's how I would say it. Because there's been so many matches where they just, you know, hauled ass into the negative corner, put the mobile goal in there of the opposing alliance, and it costed the other alliance the game because of it, because they wanted to go for a hang. So, or if you don't have a hang mechanism and you can't do anything else, then just try to prevent the other bots from hanging, you know, simple as that. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. Shout out to Tyler from @ūØ-ĐɁ. He's a solo guy. Mad respect to him because he literally works by himself. I think we had a match together at Scream last year. Shout out to Little Will from the LTC Robotics. Shout out to Manam. He's in North Carolina. God, I gotta check the numbers for the. Look at me. But yeah, anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. I'll try to answer you. I'm gonna try to keep up my uploads, hopefully. I've just been really busy working on our robot recently, so I think I literally finished the thing like a day ago. So, anyways, take it easy. Good luck, high stakes. You know, all the generic shit that most VEX YouTubers say. So, whatever. Good luck, y'all. See you next time.